Hello, this is Paul. Welcome to my channel again, the NBA GOAT. Today we're talking about load management. So, this really is a soft era of basketball in the NBA. I know many younger, less experienced, and less knowledgeable people watching the league look at the flashy plays, fast pace, and shooting and like it a lot more. Many also say there's a lot more skill, but think about it. Wouldn't you look more skillful if there was less defense to stop you?
I think it's just not a lot of defense being played. Teams are scoring like it's freaking 1960s or 70s. Like it's 132 to 112, 142 to 121. It's just like there's no defense. Like there's just.
When they look at old 90s videos, they don't like what they see because some games almost look like wrestling matches. Scores rarely crossed 100 points. Part of this is that this generation is a video game generation, wanting everything they see to almost look like a video game. It's a generation of constant, immediate gratification. They want every shot to go in. They want every move to the basket to look great and be spectacular. These young fans get bored very easily because they also have much shorter attention spans. It all makes a difference, and I do not see anyone talking about it. With this trajectory, in 10 years, we're going to have games about 200 points, and probably 4-point shots will be a thing. It's crazy, and I think it's destroying the game. There are so many crybabies these days who blame everyone else except themselves for everything. Always being a victim is strong in this era. It's crazy. If a player doesn't get enough playing time, you know what happens? He blames the coach, accuses the coach of favoritism, and that he didn't like him or something like that. It's never the player's fault. Never. Just as an example, I have an article here of a player recently doing just that. Here is Cam Reddish, who just recently was traded away from the New York Knicks, blaming Tom Thibodeau of favoritism and politics. Remember, Tom loves and adores Derrick Rose, but as a smart veteran, Derrick understands his role and is on the bench waiting for an opportunity if he is needed. He's an old school player there. He's not playing much, although he could be. Now, here we have Doc Rivers talking about what he thinks about kids and players complaining of not getting enough playing time and what the solution to that is.
Real quick, one of my kids was just complaining about the coach. It's like, I want to play more minutes. I think I should play more minutes. And I said, well, what do you want me to do about that? You know, was my answer. And he says, well, you should call the coach. I said, that will not happen. That will not, if you earned it, go earn it. I said, I've yet to meet a coach that wants to lose. And trust me, if you do the right things, minutes go up.
I do not agree with Stephen A. on many things at all. I personally think this is a very biased commentator and tries to push his politics on sports shows way too much, which actually pushes many fans away. I do agree with Stephen A. on one thing he said recently, that the league is full of wusses these days.
I mean, you got some dudes that are just wusses. Let's just call it what it is, Jenny. Let's just call it what it is, Greedy and Jalen. There are some dudes that's just soft as putty.
There's so much blaming of coaches by players these days. If the team keeps losing, it's always the coach's fault. But remember, it's the players that are on the damn court that are supposed to follow the game plan and put forth the effort every night. The coach only gives direction of what they're supposed to do. The effort is all up to the player, the performance as well. Then comes the load management these days, and the loser argument is that teams make the players do it. Listen, stop it. If the players want to play, they would play. We're not talking about the no-names here. We're talking about the LeBrons, Kawhis, Durants, Steph Currys, and such players, sitting on the sidelines and resting their asses because the season's too hard. Boo-hoo. Kevin Garnett had some comments not too long ago, and he said this: "They pay you to play 82 games, not 70. There was much more that he said, and I'm going to play that now so you can hear exactly what KG has said about load management in today's league. KG was one of the toughest MFers I've ever seen, by the way, in the NBA.
That kid, you know what I'm surprised at? I'm surprised that so many young guys are sitting out. So many young guys got minute restrictions and shit. We was high competitors, you know. Everybody's competing. You know, everybody's damn near fighting every other play. The pick and rolls is real. The shooting is real. The talking shit. Oh, man, the shit talking alone. Oh, man, it was definitely some smoke out here. You couldn't have probably done no shit like this with the timing I played. We're under a different league now. You know, you got guys who play 1 or 2 years, don't even play summer league. That's all we did in the summer. We played against each other. We was looking for each other. You traveled. That's why Vegas is a hot spot. That's why LA is a hot spot. That's why New York is a hot spot. Atlanta, Houston. You had all these places where guys played. And now you got the summer league, and guys don't even play in the summer league. I don't understand. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And you know, I'll probably get some shit for this, but you know, trainer finna tell me how long I'm playing. Once I'm out here, I'm out here. You know how many times Flip Saunders told me to sub out, or Doc Rivers went to sub me out, and I stayed in the game. And there ain't no conversation. I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? If I can play, I'm playing. Y'all pay me to play, right? So shut the fuck up, let me hoop. And that was the end of the discussion. It ain't no more talking. Yo, what's the play, man? What you call? Like, that's it. Nah, I ain't coming out. Deal with it. This is what I'm playing. And I ain't never had a problem with an owner of the team or the GM or the president saying, hey, take him. I ain't never heard that. I ain't never heard. Kevin McKell has never come down from the Raptors and said, hey, get KG out the game. Fuck out of here. Hell no. No. So, you know, I think superstars and players need to stake their claim and stand on what they're talking about, because it is a sense of pride that I can get my team out of this and I can take my team to the promised land. And you know what? Everybody jump on my back and go. And yeah, you know, that's a real thing. You know, I don't know. I was a different player, man. I took a lot of pride in me coming out here being able to play hurt, or to play that, or to do something that, you know, the training staff can't tell how much heart you got. Training staff don't know how really big your balls really are. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what you can play through. They don't know who you really are.
Now I'd like to reference this stat line. This comes from Andrew Bogut, an ex-NBA player who has a podcast now. The research that he has done shows these very troubling statistics. This is his statement. Top 75 players as of today are playing in 78% of their games. Some genius out there got the numbers on some stars from back in the day just to equate what the difference is. Larry Bird, from his rookie year to the year before his back injuries, played in 90% of his games. Kobe in his prime from 98 to 99 to 2013 played in 92% of his games. Michael Jordan, from his rookie year to when he retired the second time, played 93% of his games. Magic Johnson, from his rookie year to when he retired in 91, played 88% of his games. How about this one? John Stockton, 98% of his games played. That's an unbelievable number. He played a shitload of games. These guys had a ton of back-to-backs. Didn't have the training facilities players have today. They didn't fly private, some of them. For goodness sake, they were flying on Southwest with crying babies in the middle seats, for God's sake. Not state-of-the-art equipment, playing 88-90% of their games. And those guys were getting beat up. Even though JJ Redick doesn't want to believe it, they did play physical back then. They got beat up, and they didn't have anything. The facilities, the locker rooms, the arenas they played in, they weren't really state-of-the-art. They didn't start being like that till the mid to late 90s. Pretty interesting stat. You can say whatever you want and defend this league as much as you'd like. I have no issue with that. I showed you Doc Rivers, who still coaches in the league. I showed you Kevin Garnett, who plays against many players that are still playing, including LeBron James. Now I showed you stats provided by Andrew Bogut that show MJ, Bird, and Magic playing way more and not even thinking of any load management. These guys, when they were hurt, you had to put almost handcuffs on them to keep them off the court. LeBron fans keep talking about his longevity. LeBron missed close to 180 games now in his career. That's almost 2 full seasons. Half with load management, most likely. Kids come to see James play, to see all those stars play, and they literally don't give a crap. These kids might attend 1 game in their life. Many actually fly in from overseas to watch the biggest stars live, and these fools do not care. I've seen many stories of families saving money to see their favorite players like Steph Curry, and then buy expensive tickets and see these players sit on the bench and not play. As a player, you have a responsibility, not only to the team and the franchise. If it weren't for the fans, these teams and franchises wouldn't exist. The fans pay those contracts really, because without people buying tickets and watching on TV, the league would not be making money. These people pay your damn bills and allow you to be rich, entitled brats. Give them enough respect to at least show up every night and play. Do your goddamn job.